Workarounds at ABC Healthcare Center. ABC Healthcare Center. There's insufficient documentation and uniformity of electronic health information systems, which incite the use of workarounds by healthcare professionals, specifically nurses in the neonatal ICU and pediatric ICU. Now, workarounds sidestep or momentarily remedy apparent workflow barriers to achieve a goal. Patients receive the projected care and they benefit from the workarounds. However, there are inadvertent negative results from workarounds. Activities matching descriptions of workarounds include violations, deviations, problem-solving, improvisation, procedural failures, and shortcuts. The healthcare industry has an established workaround attitude that values expertise in confronting barriers to meet a goal. Now, these hindrances were visible at ABC Healthcare and demonstrated by the nurses in both the NICU and PICU departments. Nurses consistently expressed their apprehension about the deficient flow charts on the new health information system. They affirmed that the data posted within the system is incoherent and lacks typical information. And during the system acquisition and implementation of the new health information system, little consideration was given to nurses' former computer knowledge, keyboarding proficiency, nor was the complexity of their current work processes considered. Risk analysis at ABC Healthcare Center. Now, multiple tactics were utilized to ensure compliance with the HIPAA laws. We incorporated a risk analysis assessment checklist sheet into the work processes in all departments, and this checklist included administrative safeguards such as questions regarding office training and awareness and reporting of incidents. Other steps that we've taken included we hired a chief information security officer. We established policies and procedures to regularly check for weaknesses, and we currently enhance the security. Yearly training of staff on policies and procedures was incorporated, and now we constantly monitor to verify that the staff is consistently adhering to the new policies and procedures implemented. Technical safeguards that we incorporated at ABC Healthcare Center include firewalls, encryption, and decryption. System development lifecycle. Initiation of a new health information system considerably alters the entire work environment, and with healthcare being so elaborate and an interactive industry, a recurring implementation process would be tremendously beneficial. The SDLC is an ideal method for effective implementation of a new health information system. The SDLC involves 4 steps: planning and analysis, design, implementation, and support and evaluation. Technology's impact on cultural factors. Cultural factors in healthcare provisions and decision making refers to organizational culture within a facility. Now, organizational culture can be best described as the general mindset, beliefs, or values that healthcare professionals share, which molds their behaviors and practices. Now, technology is widely defined as the development and implementation of new ideas, products, and/or services. Now, in an article published in the Canadian Journal of Nursing Informatics, it lists multiple cultural factors that obstruct healthcare provisions and decision-making associated with the use of technology, such as the perception of integration of healthcare system, the lack of previous computer experience, the lack of an infrastructure to support the new technology, and an unclear understanding regarding the purpose or the reasoning behind the use of the new technologies. It is imperative for individuals to comprehend these benefits associated with a new health information system, and it will make them more probable to support and proactively engage in activities that cause the change to occur. Now, key players in the implementation of a new health information system, which will improve the quality. Key players include the team lead, technical experts, clinical leaders, and project managers. Now, the team lead is responsible for day-to-day management of the project. The technical expert would be an individual like a system analysis. This technical expert understands the different components of the system and possesses the ability to incorporate the needed changes within the system that requires improving. Now, the system analysts work diligently with managers and employees to develop the use and productivity of the system by sorting system requirements, problems, gauging each department's workflow, and then selecting an ideal strategy. System analysis ascertain which hardware and software will be necessary for the new information system, along with formulating specifications, the flow charts, and process diagrams. Now, the clinical leader is the manager who understands the effects of change as it relates to other sections of the system, along with having the authority to test the suggested changes made by the team. Now, the project manager has the authority and leadership skills within the organization or company to distribute or allocate the funds needed, implement the policies, and remove any challenges that the team could possibly encounter. Now, health information governance. Health information governance data governance is a method to handling information that permits organizations to balance the need to gather and secure information while obtaining value from that information. With the rise of interoperability, patients, providers, and other key players must confirm that the data is correct and dependable. Innovative technologies have quickly materialized to reinforce collection and use of enterprise-wide data. Patients' personal information is increasingly obtainable for several reasons, such as operations, quality improvement, and research. Data and information reinforce every single action within healthcare. However, some segments of healthcare rely more on strong data integrity and governance than others. Now, inadequate data governance can produce serious problems associated with patient quality. Identical records and incorrectly combined records from different individuals are just some of the significant dangers to patient safety. Patient safety and quality can still suffer even when records are combined with the correct patients if those records are incomplete, inaccurate, or outdated. Now, best practices and policies. In an article published by Becker's Hospital, well-managed, actionable data will assist organizations with achieving the requirements of healthcare reform, along with improving quality, revenue cycle management, patient relations, increasing operational effectiveness, and ensuring compliance. The American Health Information Management Association lists 5 steps that organizations can use to overcome information governance barriers. The first one would be to devote time. The second step is to realize the current issue. The third involves ensuring management buy-in. Information governance demands leadership. The fourth one is to begin small. The fifth and final step suggested by the AHIMA is to maintain the drive. Management at ABC Healthcare Center has incorporated audit and integrity controls to guarantee compliance with HIPAA and abolish workarounds by being utilized by nurses in both the NICU and PICU departments. Audit controls record and examine access within information system, while integrity controls ensure that electronic patient health information is not inappropriately changed or eliminated. Now, the economic impact of this new healthcare system will assist ABC Healthcare Center with managing expenses and developing the quality of services being administered. Healthcare professionals, third-party payers, and patients can make well-informed decisions with the use of properly regulated, accurate health information. ABC will see an increase in revenue through enhanced invoicing and collections, along with efficiency in communication and administrative duties. The revised health information system will also produce cost saving associated with individualized care of patients. Some improved factors include advanced work processes, better choices using checklists and pre-outlined dose scopes, automatically administering alerts regarding preventative health services, declines in errors and repeat testing, and offer quicker access to patients' directives. Now, this is just some food for thought. So what are some of the most frequent HIPAA violations seen in healthcare? Research depicts that the most frequent HIPAA violations as maintaining unsecured records. The second most common HIPAA violation observed in healthcare facilities is unencrypted data, and the third HIPAA violation is hacking. And you're probably also wondering, what are some alternate security measures that healthcare facilities can incorporate to guarantee the privacy of patient health information? Administrative safeguards could include limited access to patient information. Physical safeguards could include securing servers behind restricted areas behind locked doors. Technical safeguards could include incorporating audit controls regarding access to patient health information. Another question you guys might ask is, how can organizations make staff accountable in protecting patient health information? Along with educating and annual training of HIPAA regulations, employees will be advised about repercussions associated with breaches in the security of patient health information. Penalties will depend on the type and severity of each security breach and the intent behind said security breach. After all, it is the responsibility of an organization to ensure that staff complies with HIPAA security rules.